Hey guys, Sandy here and welcome back to my channel. Today I am celebrating a milestone number. So I had 22,222 miles on my car and I was going 22 miles an hour. So I just thought all these twos were super fun and I figured what better way to get some of the numbers used in all of these stickers than by pulling out the twos and doing something fun with it. So let's see what I can do. Now I just purchased and received these Nuvo blender brushes and they said that you could use them on embellishment mousse, so I decided to give it a go. Now I'm using two different colors of embellishment mousse. One is, what is this called? English Heather, and the other one is Pink Flambe. Now my English Heather, still quite juicy and easily spread. The Pink Flambe, a little bit dry. So I do spritz in just a tad little bit of water in there just to, I guess, give it some life again. Now, I have no idea if I'm actually using these brushes in the right way. I don't know if there's supposed to be some sort of technique that you're supposed to be using. I just don't know. All I know is that I am going to town and I mix the pink and the purple together on the same side of the bristle. I guess I gotta look into how to clean these bad boys because I didn't think about that when I just went for it with my blender brush. So I am trying to bring purple into my scrapbooking life, you guys. Like, I just think that the world needs more purple in scrapbooking, and I am trying to make that happen with my pages. So this is the All-Star Stencil from Scrapping Reflections, and it is a 12 by 12 Mylar stencil. And if you notice, there was some orange left on it from the last layout I did with it, and that is also embellishment mousse. Now, I am probably not the best example to follow when it comes to cleaning and caring for stencils. I have left glitter glaze on stencils in the past, completely forgot about it, had it completely dry up. I have left ink on it, paint on it, you name it, I've left it on my stencil. So yeah, there is that. But you can clean off your stencils completely. And look at that shimmer. I love it. Okay, so I legitimately love how that layout turned out. Like, the background is just gorgeous. I really don't even want to put anything on it. I don't want to do this layout now. I literally just want to put this background up in my room and look at it because I am that pleased with it. Now I'm flipping through my 8x8 and 6x8 paper pads. I pulled out a couple pattern papers from the Carousel line from Maggie Holmes. I also pulled out this colorful paper from Horizon. And then I have this pink diagonal striped paper from Echo Park. Now I am going to mat my photo on the busiest paper. And that's just because I know that I'm going to be pulling in multiple colors. I don't have enough pink and purple thickers to make the layout I'm envisioning with just the twos. Like, I don't have enough. So I figured I needed to bring in other colors to be able to do that. And I always like a little shimmer, so I went ahead and cut out this little wavy paper as well. So I'm just going to kind of stack up my photos the way I want them to go. Not my photos, my photo mats the way I want them to go. I don't want the super light ones right next to each other. I want there to be kind of a gap, which is what I did with that pink striped paper. Now it's just a matter of figuring out where I want my photo stack to go. I do take a hot pink Muji pen and do a little outlining around the stars. And that's just because I felt like they were kind of going off into space and there really wasn't a place for them. So now I am literally going to flip through all of these alphabet stickers, and any ones that call out to me, I'm just going to grab them. And originally I was going to have twos go all the way diagonal. Like, there was going to be a diagonal line of twos all the way from the lower left to the upper right. but it ends up being 3 clusters of 2s. And I'm okay with that, you guys. Like, it doesn't bother me. What ends up happening, though, is I really don't have a lot of space for a title. And then I don't even know what I would call it. So I've done these kind of car milestone layouts before, and I think I've even named it like milestone numbers. But I really didn't want to name it that. I really didn't want to, call it that. So I just decide that all of these 2s and the photo and the journaling that goes on here is going to be enough. So I decide I don't need a title on this layout. And I think sometimes when we're scrapbooking, we're like, okay, gotta have the photos, gotta have the title, gotta have the journaling, gotta have the embellishment, gotta have the finishing touch. And we get stuck in our own heads where we're like, okay, I ticked off that box, I did that one, okay, now title. Where am I gonna put the title? What am I gonna do for a title? Oh no, I've screwed this up. There's no place for a title. I got to rip apart this layout and redo it so that I have place for a title. Guess what? It's your scrapbook layout. You can do whatever the heck you want. So I'm doing this one with no title. And I have done a couple, I would say maybe a couple handfuls of no title layouts in the past. And I'm okay with that. Sometimes you don't need a title. I mean, obviously the photo is large enough and it's detailed enough that you can look at this and you can see that this is at least part of a dashboard on a car. So I really didn't feel the need to add another title, like a big title. The 2s could be the title if you wanted it. So there it is. Now, I do flip through, and basically I'm adding just any 2s that I think look good. And of course I'm adding some black ones in just because I really do like pops of black and or white in my layouts. Now that green 2 that's kind of in the center of the page is kind of like a whoa in your face too. When you're looking at the layout, like everything else kind of blends and moves together, but that big green 2, that's a whoa kind of 2. There is a tiny bit of that green poking out from beneath the photo. If I really wanted to tie it in a little bit more, I could have used a larger photo mat with the various colors on it. But like I said, I just wanted to have some other color in there because I knew I was going to have multiple colors in my 2s. So this big green 2, I'm okay with it being there. I'm okay with it being a big bold piece. I've done this in previous layouts where I've added a color that was nowhere else near, like anywhere else on the layout, and it's just one little element, and basically it is screaming, hey, look at me. So this one, that 2 is definitely screaming, hey, look at me. I put that white letter sticker or white number sticker on the inside of the star, just because if I was going to put it over top of the white background, you really weren't going to see anything, and we don't need that in our lives. We need you to be able to see it. So at this point I figured it was probably about time to go ahead and glue my photo mat down, and I did pop that up on some fun foam, and that's just to give it a little bit of lift and a little bit of excitement. Because otherwise this would be a very flat layout. Even though there's a lot of thickers going on, and I do add a good amount of enamel dots, it is still a very flat layout. There is not a lot of embellishment besides the numbers and the enamel dots. Now I am going through my enamel dots, and I'm just kind of picking the colors that I think kind of coordinate. I'm going through and trying to find pinks and purples that will work, and then I'm going to go ahead and add a bunch of black enamel dots as well, and that's just kind of, I like that pop of black, I just do. At this point in the layout, I'm thinking I'm going to outline the layout just to put that black outline on there and give it another pop of black because I already did outline the star paper, so it wouldn't be unheard of to go ahead and outline something else. However, I figured since I wasn't putting a title on the page and I was cool with that, I figured I probably should get some journaling done. So I'm going to go ahead and write my journaling down, and I just had to look at the photo divider that I had pulled out with my photograph so I could find out the date of this layout. Now, I am very weird about cars and the odometer and mileage and all that. I tried very, very hard not to put more than 1,000 miles on my car every month. And I'm well under that, so I am ridiculously happy about that. I know that that might sound strange, or you might be thinking, Sandy, why are you even worried about that? But that's just the way my brain works. And when I sit there and calculate like exactly how old the car is and how many months that equals and how much mileage is on the car, it just makes me happy, you guys. Like, I just get a little on the inside that makes me happy. So I decided to do some messy outlining on some of these stars, and believe you me, it is messy outlining. I'm not trying to be beautiful here. I'm just trying to add a little bit more black and a little bit more darkness to the layout, so you can see some of the messy star outlines there. Thanks so much for watching, guys. I will see you guys again real soon for another video.